What I have here, guys, regarding money is that it will return. I was sick. I celebrated a lot with like my friends. One of them got engaged because vibes. We partied all night. Life in our 20s, truly unfiltered. And just like that, it's September. Like, what the actual... Anyways, time isn't slowing down and neither are we. So let's get into the September reset slash fall reset. But first, let's change into something that's a bit more, businessy. Let's get ready to work. I'll be right back. Okay, hi guys. And we are back. We are ready to do the reset. Listen, I did my hair. I grabbed my coffee in my little German holiday mug. We are ready to do the reset. What will you need to do a monthly reset? So first, you need your planner slash journal of some sort. Always and forever will be repping the Young and Thriving planner and the Young and Thriving journal. So this year is a rough year because look, my journal is basically like, let's just leave it at that. But one thing I've added that I've been really getting into lately is like my Notion template. And I'll give you guys maybe I should do a Notion template tour. If you guys are feeling that, let me know and I'll do like a in-depth Notion template tour. It's basically the Young and Thriving planner in a Notion template form. So kind of like a digital planner, but I don't have an iPad. So I try to, as best as possible, transition everything from the planner into like an actual Notion template. So it kind of looks like that, but I can do a deep dive. And as I go through my reset, I'll kind of like go through it too. So the first thing that's up for the reset, of course, is recapping. And boy, because I'm thinking of this as like a fall reset and like summer recap, it's gonna be a lot. It's going to be a lot. So grab your beverage, grab your journal, your pen, your paper, because it's gonna be a lot. So first of all, to start off, let's get into a recap of summer and a recap of August to be exact. So first up is reviewing August. And what I went ahead and did in my journal girl, I just did a brain dump of August. The main things that came up, I wrote down everything from thoughts, things that I did, feelings that I had, how I felt around certain aspects of my life, and the goals that I set there. And I came up with the following. So the main theme for August was just like relationships. I feel like I spent a lot of time outward, doing, giving is what I felt like for August. In comparison to the other months, say for example in like February or March, where it was a lot more introspective. One, the weather is better. Two, everyone is in like a better mood, I feel like, because it's summer. So anyways, I did a lot of travel. At least it felt like I did a lot of travel in August. I celebrated a lot with like my friends. One of them got engaged. It was the first time in a long while that all of us, like my college friends, we came together. So it was just very wholesome and I felt very grateful. And then my best friend came to visit. It was her first time in Seattle. If you haven't watched that vlog, go watch that vlog. It's called like The Girls Take Seattle. So it was very wholesome. Like that's all I can say, just very, very wholesome. My heart felt very full. Emotionally, that was great. And then on the other hand, relationship wise, like Benny and I, we went to on a lot of dates. We did something very grown. We went to like this jazz thing and it was like dining and it was a concert. It just felt very grown. I was like, am I even old enough to be here? I was. But everyone else that was there was like solid middle-aged. But it was a very nice date night. So a lot of things to do with like my relationships, and I feel like I poured a lot of that into that aspect of my life this month, which was really great. On the other hand, I feel like at work / career was a culmination of all the work that I've been putting in, despite like imposter syndrome and feeling like, oh, do I even know what's going on? We're coming up on a year soon, but I'll get into that when we get into September. But the long and short of it is that I got a lot of good feedback and it just felt good to get that coming down from like my first year of working, which is like crazy. Anyways, continuing into like the recap, I had a lot of fun, went to a few concerts. On the flip side, what was not so well was my health. As you can probably hear, I am recovering from like a cold, so my voice is still a bit groggy. I've been holding that coffee in all like this time, trying to like hold it in. So in that concert and in the vlogs, I was sick. So when Shantae came, we did a lot. I felt like we lived 5 lives in that one weekend. And she was here for a weekend, guys. Went to the gym, we ran a 5K. Then that same night, we went to like a party and partied all night. We went to dinner. We went to like this Ferris wheel thing. It was just crazy. I hadn't done that much stuff. And I live in the city that we were in. So we had a time, and I think it was from that I got sick because we were both sick. And then the following week was like the concert / reunion with my friends. And I mean, I had to go, even though I hadn't bought my tickets yet, but that was besides the point. I had to go. And so my health obviously took the back seat because vibes. So spent the last 2 weeks recovering from that, and finally I feel like I'm returning to somewhat like a sense of normalcy. That brings me to my next point, which is the gym. I felt like in August, this entire, I guess, season of summer was really good health-wise. Like, you know, the muscles are still muscling. I know a common thread was that I've been wanting to, you know, eat properly, and I feel like I've been getting in my protein, but just not as consistent as I'd like it to be. And you can imagine traveling and doing all of these lovely things in August. Obviously, that took the back burner as well. So I was eating well and stuff, but not as I would have wanted to be. And obviously, the gym, I was out of town, so like that took the back burner as well. So overall health was hanging on by a thread. Yeah, like my pinky. Yeah, that's how it was hanging on. We digress. And then lastly, money. What I have here, guys, regarding money is that it will return. That's it. That's the tweet. I'm usually financially responsible, so you know I'll have like sinking funds for travel and stuff like that. But yeah, I obviously my savings and investments are automatic, thank God. So everything else that I usually kind of like have left over, like that all went to travel and all of the stuff that I did in August. So that was basically, it was a very, very wholesome August, I'll say. Whew, a very, very wholesome summer. So I'll rate the summer like a solid 9 out of 10. August was just the cherry on top. Let's get into the reset and planning for September. So going into September, I'm using, again, the Young and Thriving Planner outline to kind of think of and frame how I'm going into September and low-key the fall. So here I've written up my calendar for September so I can see just a baseline of what I have going on for September. I went ahead and filled in like important dates, so like birthdays, my different milestones for the goals that I set in the beginning of the year, and that month's bucket list, because you know, fun and vibes. Just by looking here, September is looking like a very free month. So if I show you guys, and I will, the comparison of what August was and what September was, I need a month like this. August was booked starting from the second week, so I literally only had like 1 weekend free, which in hindsight is very wild. Whereas September is as clear as crystal, and I have a lot of time to like get back on track, honestly. In terms of milestones for September, what it's looking like is that 1, I need to take my swimming class. So I'm on the wait list currently for a swimming class at the Y, and I can't go into next year without knowing how to actually swim in real life. So if I have to sign up for all of them and then hope to get off the wait list for one of them, I just have to do that because I have to learn to swim by the end of 2023. Yeah, so in terms of health and fitness, I hit everything except that. Like running a 5K was on my goal list for June, and I hit it back in March. So much so that I ran 2 5Ks this year and shaved my time down and like crazy. Yeah, but that's great, but I need to learn how to swim. So like, what am I gonna do in case of a tsunami, you know? Like, I need to know how to swim. So that's what I'm doing this month if I don't do anything else. Another thing for this month I have is like rebrand and prep for the next year. I feel like a lot of this year was about thinking about what I want to focus on and what, in terms of my career, what I really want to pursue. And I think I spent a lot of time reading, researching, delving into like my different interests, and I feel like I have a solid feeling of what I want to pursue. So rebranding and taking that seriously. So that's what I'm focusing on for this month, like tapping in and seeing how I can what that will look like going into the rest of the year and the future. And then lastly, for my milestone, I have like planned for a huge purchase. This is something I've been kind of hinting at for the last couple of months, so hoping that by the end of the year I can do this, or we can do this. So that plan is like actually getting everything in a row so that we can knock that out by the end of the year. So very chill month. In terms of habits, I have obviously the gym. I haven't been reading as much, but I've been still learning, and so I'll continue. I'll have like learning, and then what was the next one? Gym, learning slash reading, and then obviously YouTube. I want to continue being consistent. This is the most consistent I've been on YouTube, so want to continue that trend. Filming and posting. So those are like my main things that I want to be consistent with this month for September. As far as like a list of books, maybe I'll write that in like my notes section. In the planner, we have this section called like brain dump each week, and then at the end of the month you have like a financial audit that you do, and then notes. So I'm skipping to the notes section of September so I can write some things in there for September. So like habits for this month and readings. And you guys will see in like the upcoming videos, your girl has been geeking out about AI for some strange reason. What I really have enjoyed about content creation is that I can do whatever I want. It's kind of like my little platform, my little space to curate, and so that's what I'm interested in currently, and that's gonna obviously come out. So super excited to share that with you guys. Habits, obviously I need to start. This is the next thing to get back on track with. Checking my accounts every day. Checking finances. I feel like for August, that wasn't something I did. I was just like, YOLO, no, we can't continue, because things don't work like that. If you ignore them, they won't just disappear. I don't know where we got that from, but it really doesn't work like that. So I feel like because I know I was probably over budget, or I know I was doing more, I was not checking my accounts, and we can't continue like that. So the girls that get it, and we're girls that get it, so we're checking our accounts. So that's a habit. So those are the 4 habits: gym 3 times a week, reading and learning every day, filming and posting, of course, and checking my financial accounts every day. Overall, I'm gonna have a boring September, and I'm low-key hyped about that, because August was a bit too much for me, and as you can see, my health agreed. I'm not a girl. I can't hang as much as I did anymore. This is the setup that I use, and then my Young and Thriving journal as well to accentuate. Looking forward to the fall. Looking forward to continuing creating content and curating the space online for us to talk about life in our 20s, truly unfiltered, because honestly, that's what life is, and life isn't a highlight reel. So if you're doing your reset, I'm hoping this video helped, and let me know in the comments below if you got this far in the video. Thank you so much. Like, comment, and subscribe, all those things, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.